Okay, if you've tried buying a harness for a small dog, you know it's weirdly hard. Sometimes it's too heavy, sometimes it's too bulky, and sometimes, let's just say, it's vibes only, no safety. I've been through this. My dog is 13 pounds, and we've tested 10 different harnesses across 6 different brands. So if your dog is around her size, this video is going to save you a lot of guessing. We will rank them based on weight, price, comfort, design, and safety, so you don't waste money. Alright, let's break down the 10 harnesses and discuss what makes one harness stand out or fail. Before our first brand, let's look at our tester for reference. Our tester Monki is 13 pounds, with a 12-inch neck and 18-inch chest. Come up first, Ruffwear. This brand is known for outdoor activities. We got 2 models. One is high and light, lightweight harness. The other one is front range dog harness. Both are H-shaped. Let's talk about weight. High and light, lightweight harness is about 3.3 ounce versus front range dog harness weighs about 4.5 ounce. So high and light model is definitely on the lighter side. Now next, let's talk about comfort. The fabric of high and light model is very breathable. The body coverage, it's very minimal. In terms of pressure points, as you can see, the pressure is around dog's collarbone and chest. So if your pup likes to pull on the leash, it won't hurt his or her neck. Now the front range model. The fabric is slightly thicker than high and light. It is padded all around to provide extra comfort. The body coverage is a little bit larger, but still minimal. And in terms of the pressure points, it's very similar to high and light model. Now let's talk about design. The construction for both models is very strong, not flimsy at all. The threads and the needlework is very clean. However, I do think the neck area for both models are kind of big for small dogs, so you may need to sew it up. In terms of buckles, both of the buckles are further behind dog's elbows, so they won't cause any abrasion. Next, the earrings. There's one ring in front of the chest and one ring on the back, so it fits for both front lead and back lead. Monki has been wearing both models for over 2 months, and we don't see any major worn out signs. And I find high and light fabric is easier to clean than the front range model. So if your pup loves to roll in mud, maybe high and light is a better choice. Now, safety. Monki wasn't able to escape from either of the model, but I do see high and light model shifts on her body a little bit while walking, but the front range model doesn't move at all. Both models are good for all seasons. However, if you want to put a sweater outside of your dog's harness in winter, I think high and light would be a better option. Also, if you want to see how high and light model performs on a dog's body in actuality, feel free to check out our videos. Monki was wearing that model in our vlog to the Museum of Dogs. Up next, Sleepypod. We purchased this model, Martingale Calming Dog Harness. We got 2 colors, one is red, one is pink. Both of the harnesses weighed around 4.6 ounce. In terms of comfort, as we can tell, it is made by mesh, so it's definitely very comfortable and very breathable. In terms of body coverage, it's definitely higher than the previous model, Ruffwear's models. Then we talk about the pressure points. I think the construction of Sleepypod's model is very interesting. It's like a light blanket that gently hugs the body of the dogs. So if your dog has some sort of anxiety or get very anxious to a new environment, I do think this model can provide some comfort to your pup. The front construction also puts weight around dog's collarbone versus the neck. However, I do notice that when Monki pulls, it does hurt her neck, so that's something to watch out. Now let's talk about design. The construction of this harness is very strong. The needlework is also very clean. There's no messy threads, so the quality is pretty good. One drawback of this harness is that there's a little pocket area underneath dog's stomach, and it's very difficult for the buckle to pass through. So it may take some time for you to put this harness on your pup. There are 2 D-rings, one in the front, one on the back. So this harness is good for both front lead and back lead. Monki has been wearing this harness on and off for a year. We don't see any obvious worn out signs. It's very durable and super easy to clean. Another good feature of this harness is that it comes with a night light. Super good for night walks. In terms of safety, I don't see this harness move around on Monki's body at all, and it is very hard for Monki to escape. I think this harness is good for all seasons. However, if you want to put a sweater outside of this harness in winter, it can get a little bit bulky. Next, we have Curli. Curli is a Swiss brand. The model we got is Clasp Vest Air Mesh Dog Harness. We got 2 colors, one in light beige, the other one is lime green. Both harness with around 2.1 ounce, definitely on the lighter side. In terms of comfort, the fabric is definitely very breathable, as you can see. It is made from mesh. In terms of body coverage, I would say it's a medium body coverage, definitely smaller than Sleepypod's models, but a little bit more than Ruffwear. For pressure points, the design of this harness puts most pressure on dog's chest. So when your dog pulls, it doesn't hurt their neck. However, I do see a few times when Monki pulls, it does put some pressure on her neck and she gagged. So that's something to watch out. Now let's talk about construction. You can see the construction is pretty clean and the needlework is good quality. There isn't any messy needle thread ends. The buckle position is on the back, so it's very easy to clip on or release. However, there's only 1 ring on the back, so if you're looking for something that's front lead, this model isn't for you. We have been using this harness for over 6 months, and it's holding up well. There are 2 small drawbacks for this harness. The first one is dog's hair can easily get stuck in the Velcro area. 2 is because of the construction of this harness, the straps on top of the Velcro area can get worn out very easily. In terms of safety, I think this one is definitely on the safer side. It is very difficult for a Monki to get out of this harness. I think this harness is very good for all seasons, even in winter. If you want to put a sweater or a jacket on top of your pup, outside of this harness, it doesn't make your pup look bulky. Next, Wildone. Wildone has been very popular on social media. I know I probably will get a lot of hate for saying this, but we don't like Wildone. First of all, the fabric is not breathable at all. Secondly, the body coverage. It doesn't make it feel comfortable for dog to move around. In terms of pressure points, the closure on the neck part is too high. That means if your pup pulls, that little closure is gonna hit your pup's neck and make it hurt. Additionally, the harness doesn't adjust around your dog's body like Ruffwear, Sleepypod, or Curli. If your dog pulls really, really hard, the harness can be lifted up, and I don't think that's safe for your pup on a walk. In terms of the construction, I think the needlework is clean. I don't see any loose needles all around the harness. However, as you can see, the fabric gets worn out very easily. In a few wear, you will see the fabric balls shows up around the neck or around the back. The buckles are easy to push in or release. That's a good thing. In terms of D-rings, there are 3 D-rings. One in front of the neck, the second one is on the back of the neck, and the third one is further on the back. So you can choose between front lead or back lead. In terms of the durability, as you can see, the fabric already worn out after a few wears, so I don't think it is durable. In addition to that, I think it's very difficult to clean if your pup rolls in mud for this type of fabric. Personally, I would not recommend this harness. However, it is very cute and comes with different colors. So, if you really want to have a try for your pup, go to the pet store and feel it out. Come next, Charlie's Backyard. Charlie's Backyard is a well-known Korean brand. I've seen it on many social media and really wanted to try. So we got 2 models. The first model is Town Dog Harness, and another one is Comfort Dog Harness. Let's talk about weight. The Town Dog Harness is 2.2 ounce, and Comfort Dog Harness is 1.7 ounce. So both models are on the lighter side. Let's talk about comfort. Both harnesses have very breathable fabric. In addition to that, the body coverage for both models are quite minimal. That means dogs can move around freely in these models. In terms of pressure points, the Town Dog harness puts a lot of pressure around dog's neck versus collarbone. So if your dog is a hard puller, it may hurt them in the neck. Versus the Comfort Dogness put a lot more pressure on dog's chest, so it doesn't hurt their neck. However, I do see the buckles construction for the Comfort Dog harness is very close to the elbow area. So if your dog has sensitive inner skin underneath their elbow, it may cause some abrasion. Both models have very good construction. You can see clean needlework, no threads flying around. For a Town Dog harness, I do see there's a lot of padding material inside of the harness, so it's definitely very comfortable. For a Comfort harness, one thing I do notice is the strap. I think the straps are too skinny for a construction like this, and it doesn't make me feel safe. In terms of D-rings, there's only 1 D-ring on the back for both models. So if you're looking for a front lead harness, these 2 models are not for you. We tried both models on and off for about 2 months. We don't see any obvious wear out signs. We'll come back for an update after we try more. In terms of safety, I do see both models move around on my dog's body easily. So if your dog pulls or gets super excited very easily, I don't think these 2 models are for your pup. Overall, I think these 2 models are good for dogs who are calm and mellow. The Town Dog harness is probably better for winter if you want to put harness outside of sweater. And if you want to put a sweater outside of a harness, Comfort Dog harness may be better. And the last is iCandor. iCandor is a Korean brand. It is very popular on social media. The model we got is called No Pull Dog Harness. Let's talk about comfort. The fabric is definitely on the harder side because of the nature of this construction. The body coverage is definitely minimal, so dogs can move around freely. In terms of pressure points, it does put a lot of pressure on dogs' collarbones instead of neck, which is good. However, I do notice that the fabric is very close behind dog's elbow. So if your pup has very sensitive skin underneath the elbow, the rubbing against that area can cause some abrasion. Let's talk about design. The construction of this harness is pretty good. You can see clean needlework, clean threads. However, one thing I do notice is that the edge of the fabric is kind of rough. So again, for sensitive skin pups, this may cause some discomfort. In terms of the rings, there's 1 ring in the front and there's one ring on the back. So it's good for front lead and back lead. In terms of durability, the fabric of this harness is the same fabric as the leash. So I do think it is very durable. However, Monki will try a few more times and we will report back with any updates. In terms of safety, I do think it is very hard for Monki to slide out of this harness. I do notice the harness slides around my dog's body a little bit. So if your dog is hard puller, it may cause some discomfort. For this harness, I think it is good for all seasons, especially in winter. If you want to wear it outside of sweater or put it underneath a sweater, your pup won't look bulky. So that's our roundup. I think our favorite is Curli's dog harness. But now, I want to hear from you. What's your favorite dog harness? What are something you like about certain harness? And something you don't like about them? Share your thoughts in the comments so we can find the real winners for small pup. Also, if you want to see me review other products for small pups, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. We will see you in our next video.